Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. And as you can tell right behind me, I am at a lake that I've fished time after time. And let me tell you the reason why is because I've caught so many fish. I've had my on and I've had my off days out here. But the moral of the story is I came out here with the intentions of catching fish off of shad-like baits, and that did not happen. So what I did is I broke out a giant worm, Old Monster by Zoom, and I started fishing this grass line. So right behind me, you can see that grass line right there. That is the main thing I fished today. That's all I fished today. And I got some good footage. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned, do not skip through because there's a lot of fish caught in this video and there's a lot of knowledge behind what I was doing and how to catch them. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's go. So here's the worms. Old Monster 10 inchers. Man, I'm telling you, green pumpkin magic. This is the first bag I've ever bought of this color, and wow, I love green pumpkin, but if you could put some sparkly flakes in there, 10 times better. Literally makes that thing look juicy. Let me show you. This is the next setup we're rolling with. Boom, right there, the Old Monster. I think this one's gonna catch fish. We're just gonna start flipping it on the edge of this grass, to be honest with you, because there's fish boiling up on it. Now the frog will probably work, but I believe a big worm will set the tone. We're seeing these fish blow up all across this grass. We're not gonna have a chance to catch every single fish on this grass, but I guarantee you we'll pass it in front of a couple fish that want to eat. Just hitting every single area, not missing a spot. Letting it get down there. Kind of pulling it into that grass as if it was trying to go up underneath. Once it gets there, just pop it. That's all you got to do, just pop it a little bit. Because we know there's fish here. We know there's fish on this grass, but a lot of times they are difficult. There's one right there. There we go. He was playing with it. Yes, sir, just like I was telling you. Strong fish, too. Dang. Beginning of summer, they're strong. Come on, come on. Look at that hook set. Right in the top of the mouth. Let's see. So there's so much grass right there. We're not even going to let this fish go right there because I don't think he'll make it back into the water, but solid little 1.5. Super cool. He got caught up in the grass. All right, fish number one, he slapped it off the worm. Let's re-rig this thing and get it back out there. That was sweet. As I was talking about it, just popping that thing right across the front of that grass, and what do you know? That little dude was just hanging on to it. Perfect. I want that to happen. I mean, here's another one right here. Just fish all over this grass. Got a little something going on. They're popping on these spawning shad is what's going on, because you can see they'll start blowing up down here, and the farther you get down on that grass, you'll notice that these fish, they're just going down in a line chasing shad. I don't think there's incredibly big bass chasing these shad right here, but I do think we could pull a 3 or 4 by doing this, hopefully. I don't want to speak and not do, but that's what's so awesome about this grass is the fish aren't just sitting in one spot. They're continuously moving. You know, you would think you probably have a little bit of bass that are just sitting up underneath that grass, but most of them are pushing bait down this line. So it's all about having your bait in the water at the right time. There we go. Out of that grass. Another one. That one's a little better. Sheesh. Thank you for biting. I mean, solid hook sets. Solid hook sets. We'll go ahead and go grab another worm, but in the meantime, that's what's up right there. Catching fish out of this grass, man. It's just, there's really nothing like it. There you go, buddy. Thank you. Big fish, big. That's what I'm talking about, man. These fish, dude, they're just swimming down this grass. I mean, that's the moral of the story here. It's not like they're in a separate little place. They're swimming down this grass, and you can present it well, put it in front of that fish's face. He may eat, he may not, but you know, ask me what fishing is and I'm gonna tell you it's a little combination of technique, strategy, and patience. That's exactly what it's gonna take to finally get one of these big boys to chew the worm. Let's get it running across the front of this grass. There's one right there. Another one. That's awesome. Number 3. They're chewing in this grass. I'll tell you that. Just straight chewing. Gotcha. We'll get you back in the water, buddy. Thank you so much. That's what I love about working big worms, man. It's not always about a big bait. You know, catches a big fish. You can catch small fish off a big bait, and you know, likewise, small bait, big fish. But I'm kind of getting scared that they're gonna take all my worms here. So I didn't see any fish blowing up down here, but it does not mean that they're not down here. This shallow water right here, which may be why we're not getting as much bites in the shallow water. This water right here is probably about 2 foot. Gives those fish just enough travel room to eat the shad, blow up on them, and just, oh yeah, there we go. That's a healthy one. I mean, all 1.5 2s. I'm liking this. I'm liking you, buddy. Appreciate it. Fish number 4. Fish number 3 total off the big worms. I'm enjoying it. We're gonna let this one go down here. Man, they got some strength to them too. All right, we're going for a big one. We need a big one. Ooh, had a little something going on with the braid. Gotta get that out of there. So this grass right here is pretty deep. Go ahead and tell you that. I think that 2 foot range is probably the best depth for these fish right now. We'll see. We might pull up a stud right here. Right on the edge. But when wind comes in like this, I'm almost definite that it pushes shad in, and wherever those shad go, those bass are following. So this could be good, or I could just be completely wrong, but it just makes sense. It really does. So this is where we missed that bass earlier. Let's see if he's chilling right here. He was chilling right here. He tried to eat it. Oh my gosh. I was just joking too. There he is. My gosh, dude. Put it on a cracker. Come on, come on. Don't ruin my worm. These little small ones, man. They're feisty, and they do not want you to succeed in using the same worm twice. Slaying the fish, man. Love it. You know what that tells me? That tells me that these fish are pinned up against the shallows. That is exactly what it tells me. There's one. Dude, talk about a tiny fish, dude. Literally ate a 10-inch worm. That's wild. That's when you know they're hungry, dude. These fish are hungry today. That's probably by far the smallest fish I've ever had try to eat this big of a worm. Had to get myself some water, but in the meantime, we're gonna continue to fish this grass right here because I know that there's still fish to be caught. And if I were to leave this little grass patch, I might be leaving, you know, behind a 5-pounder or so, and I'm just not willing to do it. But one thing I did pick up while I was down there is another bag of worms, just in case. These are the black and red, like I was telling you. These are also fire. 10.5. These will catch fish. I don't care what time of year it is. You just got to change up the way you're doing it. Let's see if we can get on some fish, man. How you doing? Hello. I got some rods down there, so just, yeah, they're to the left though. Okay. I was just making sure. Have a good day. This is how we caught most of our fish, walking back down the dam. I don't know why it'd make a big difference to fish it from a different angle, but sometimes it does. I guarantee you I'll pull at least one up fishing back down, going down the dam. Yep. Yep, just like I was talking about. So weird, man, so weird. Catching them walking back up this way, but didn't catch them coming down. Nice little fish. They're all about the same size, other than the little dinkies we caught. We're letting them all go back here where we know they'll swim off good. Here you go, buddy. Awesome. So I think we can still get some usage out of this worm before we tie on a black one. It's super weird. I mean, catching fish, walking back up the dam, kind of blows my mind. I knew it was gonna happen too. Bass are just weird. They're just weird fish, man. Wind's blowing hard. An incredible bite, because I know there's something a little different about these fish today, because when they're biting it, I mean, they're not playing games. They're literally eating that thing and they're not letting go. So these are some very hungry fish. I don't think that's a fish. That's a stump right there. And if it is a fish, it's a big one. Oh, it was a fish. It was a fish stuck on a branch. Wow. Just like I'm telling you. Look, that's probably where he was stuck on a branch. Sorry, buddy. Now we're gonna change it up. Go with the old black and red. We've got one more green pumpkin sparkle, but I'm gonna reserve that one. There we go. Black and red. We already know what happened last time we walked up this way. We didn't catch nothing. So I'm gonna throw it out in some deep water. We have seen some fish blow up. All right, I know this just isn't, I know the bass aren't just eating when I walk back down. This can't be possible. If I hook a bass, walking back up, it's gonna be crazy to me. Because it almost seems like the fish are only wanting to eat when the worm's coming to them. See, I haven't even left the dam yet, and I've caught just the amount of fish that I want to catch. Pretty crazy. think we're about to make just a quick, oh my gosh, that was probably a big fish too. Broke me off. I think that was a good one. That was a good one. I didn't feel no head movement at all. And usually when you don't feel any head movement, it is a big fish. That's not what I wanted to happen, guys. But unfortunately, it happened. Probably should have retied. So now that I know, got to retie we'll say every 3 fish. Probably need to retie because that one just broke me off, and I think that was a good one for sure. All right, let's try to get back on them. See if we can set back into a good one. So for the simple fact that every time I walk down, I never catch anything, I'm just gonna go ahead and walk down and then make my way back up. Absolutely love the action today. So I think after I get done fishing this little line right here, we're gonna start moving around. Looks like some rain's about to come in, so whatever we do, we gotta do it pretty quick. Come on. I know there's a fish somewhere around here. Can't persuade me of that. There's one little tiny dude. My gosh. There you go, buddy.